Hey peepsy doodles. So I just recorded this video and then I realized that it didn't actually record. So we get take two. So this is my week 2 of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and the question for this week is, are you in or out of the broom closet? Okay, so if I had to just pick if I was in or out, I would tell you that I'm out. I am out of the broom closet, and being the broom closet is basically a way of saying, do you keep your pagan, Wiccan, witchcraft beliefs and practices a secret? Do you keep them to yourselves, or is it something that you share with other people? And is it something to where people would know that about you? So for me personally, as you guys know, especially if you're watching this, I have a pagan-based YouTube channel where I share insights and videos and crafts and practices having to do with my pagan path, and there's almost 7,000 people on here. I have a Facebook page that correlates to this that anybody can find, and I have quite a few people on there as well. So it's not that it's something that I hide, because I don't. But I'm also I feel like I'm very cautious as to who I sit down and talk about this with. You know, I do have a Facebook page that is meant for friends and family, like people that I actually know face to face. And that page, while I will, you know, Happy Inbal, Blessed Yule, Happy Samhain, you know, different stuff like that. I have no problem posting different things, but I don't go all out on my spirituality on that page, because I don't want to make rifts. There's a lot of people on that page that are very devout Christians. My husband comes from a family that are very devout Christians. They are very heavy in the church. You know, we go with them on Christmas Eve to go to Christmas Eve service, and it was a beautiful service. But you know, they're very, very involved. And when Kevin and I first started dating, it was actually like the talk of the town that Kevin was well, and it was also kind of how we got together, but Kevin was dating someone that was Wiccan. I mean, it was just this huge, we live in a very small town after I moved up here, and so it was like the talk of his little town, because people have nothing better to do with their time, that, you know, he's dating somebody that's not Christian. And there were people like, he was, you know, there were people that would come up to him and just ask him what the hell he was thinking, and he would get nasty messages on Facebook, and I mean, it was a very difficult time for me, and it was, you know, it was a time where I felt almost threatened, and where I just kind of started keeping to myself a little bit more. You know, I was out on YouTube and everything, but it was hard, because, you know, you have this thing that you love so much, and, you know, if you feel like you can't share that with the world, if you feel like you can't, and you want to, that's the big thing. Like, if being spiritual and having a set spirituality is a very personal thing. And so for somebody that, you know, may be confused, maybe just getting started, and they don't know where to turn, and they don't want to talk to people about it because they don't want people to view them as weird, it's very difficult for people to be out of the closet. But the way I see it is, I have absolutely no problem if somebody were to come up to me at work and ask me, hey, I saw that you said Happy Samhain on your, what is that? Well, it's you know, a pagan it's where Halloween came from. It's a pagan-based holiday, and blah blah blah. And if they asked what that meant, I would have no problem being like, well, I'm pagan, and this is what I believe, and because I have no issues with that whatsoever. But you know, when you bring something that is so sacred to you into a conversation, or to someone that can turn the conversation very toxic, I don't like that kind of, just that kind of negative shit into something that I view so sacred. You know, I don't care for it. So there are a lot of people on my other page that are very devout Christians, and I wouldn't want to ruffle feathers. I wouldn't want, you know, to post something and then somebody to post something back about, I hope you find Jesus, and you don't know what you're talking about, and it's just not anything that I'm interested in dealing with, because I'm very set in my path. I love what I do. I love what I'm learning. I love that I can go all different directions and be like, I love everything about it, and I view it, you know, as a very sacred part of my life. And to take that to somebody that can easily just, you know, just like turn on a dime and try to dispute everything you're talking about and tell you that you're wrong, who the fuck needs that kind of negative anything? So that is how I am out of the broom closet. I am out. Everybody knows me, that I'm pagan. You know, I have some of my friends that will text me and be like, I need some of your witchy woman advice. You know, it's nice to be able to be out and to have people in your life that can support you. And it's unfortunate that there's a lot of people that don't have that. But, you know, it's also something that if you are not out of the broom closet and there's a reason for it, you know, if you don't feel safe coming out, if you don't feel, you know, then that's something that is your own personal choice. Nobody should make you feel bad about being secretive and about keeping something that is so sacred close to you and not sharing it with other people, especially if you feel like you could be threatened. It's not a safe environment for you to bring that kind of loving, just that kind of loving spirituality out in the open if you can't. Can you tell that my brain doesn't function well the bigger I get? So anyway, that is my rambly response. It was just as rambly as the first video I did. But yeah, that is my response to week 2's question. I'm hoping that later on today, I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm hoping to get up a video, kind of a little bit craftier video later on today. But we'll see. I'm not making any promises, so don't hold me to that. But I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you at the very least next week for week 3 of the Pagan YouTube challenge. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye!